Hello Gemini, and happy May. Let's take a look at what's coming up for you this month. Okay, your first card is safety, freedom from hurt. And then inspiration, a beautiful spark, moving impulse. And finally patience, waiting with calmness. Now I'm going to draw some more cards, but let's take a look at these first. What's coming through is it feels like you have been in a place of being stuck, maybe stagnant, maybe hurt. People have been hurting your feelings, even. And you've just wanted to retreat from the world. Maybe you've had some really unfortunate situations recently. First thing that's coming to mind is like a loss of someone. And I hope that's not the case. If it is, I'm so very sorry. But it could be a loss of situations falling away, like a loss of friendship, a loss of a job, a loss of a relationship. Maybe you've just had a bunch of difficulties with like your car, having issues with your car or your home or something like that. And you've just kind of wanted to retreat in on yourself. You've wanted to go inward. You've wanted to stay away from people. Maybe you've been in hibernation mode. Maybe you have just been kind of in on yourself, looking at your feelings, working through your feelings. And it feels like it's absolutely what you needed to do. You needed to take time out. You needed to take space for yourself. You needed to work through your emotions. And it feels like that's kind of the energy of May. What my guides are saying is that it's a new beginning for you. It's like everything that has fallen away has needed to fall away. Everything that you've been dealing with was absolutely necessary. It's all for your highest good. And I know it is so irritating sometimes when that is said. But I promise you, it was necessary. It was lower vibrational. And you are at a place where you need to be resonating at a higher frequency, at a higher vibration. And so everything else needed to fall away from you and needed to move out of your life to allow you to resonate at that higher frequency because things are coming in for you. And May feel slow, however, but it feels like you're going to be getting some inspiration this month to do something. Okay, maybe you're inspired to create something, to create a blog or to create some kind of art, or you find something that, maybe you're doing something, you found something in your hibernation, your time of hibernation and healing that helps you, and you are able to use it to help others. And it's the beginning of something new. Maybe you get an idea to do something. Maybe you get some kind of inspiration to go somewhere. Sorry, air is coming up. A lot of times that's like confirmation, or my guides are wanting to tell me something. So anyway, we'll keep going, but excuse my interruption. But it is a time of patience, but it's a time of calm as well. And I mean, she's here, she's in this lavender field. It kind of looks like there's snow and there's stormy clouds. And so it's a time of quiet and calm. If you think about winter is a perfect time for healing, for going inside, for learning about yourself. And that feels like what you're kind of starting to do. It's like you get these new inspirations or these ideas, and you've been in this place of stuck and stagnant and releasing old emotions, releasing fears, going through the ego, like questioning yourself, questioning your reality, questioning what's happened to you, questioning your life. And as you move into May and move through May, you're able to see things for what they are. You're able to see more along the lines of what you want, and you're able to more accurately reflect on your life and what you want for yourself. And so it's all kind of about quiet reflection, but whereas the energy you're coming into May with is more kind of negative emotions, or healing the hurts, healing the pain that you've experienced. And as you move through May, it's going to be more self-exploration. What do I want? What do I need? What makes me happy? What do I resonate with? You've come to terms and you've healed some of these hurts and these issues, the ego, the self-doubt. But now you're in a space to create a new life for yourself. And so you're basically planting seeds. We have all these, flowers in this image, and we have this great big sun, and it feels like they're saying the seeds that you're creating for yourself now, the seeds that you're planting now, are going to come, they're going to bloom over the summer. So as we move into the summer, and the solstice came to mind, the summer solstice. So as we move into summer, into June, into the solstice, we have this, this masculine strength energy coming up. And that's going to be where you go, where you prosper, where you create something from nothing. Okay, let's see what other cards come up for us. I think I'm going to take one more from this deck, and I'm going to take another from my butterfly deck. Okay. But you may feel like you're still stuck. It may feel kind of like you're still stagnant and things are still slow this month, but you're exactly where you need to be. Okay. Oh, that's lovely. Strength, power, and endurance. It feels like what's coming for you this month is you're going to be more connected to yourself. And she's naked. Hopefully YouTube doesn't do something. We'll just put this crystal right here to cover that. Anyway, so she's naked. And she's looking at herself in the mirror, and you see all these blossoms around the mirror. What's coming through is that you're going to see yourself for who you are. You're going to be able to commune with yourself after these hurts and these pains and issues with other people or with situations in your life. You move through this place where you're learning about yourself, where you're starting to appreciate yourself for who you are. You're seeing the beauty in yourself. You're kind of awakening. Things are blossoming. Things are becoming just beautiful and fruitful in your life. And the more you can find gratitude for who you are as a person, the more strength that's going to bring into your life. And so something that they're bringing to my mind is journaling, but journaling, a gratitude journal. Okay. Journaling about yourself, about how much you appreciate who you are. Anything that you can find of yourself to be grateful for, that's a goal for you for this month, okay? Being able to stand in the mirror and look at yourself, maybe just standing in the mirror and looking at your face. Maybe you can move on to looking at yourself, fully naked and saying, I love myself for who I am. I'm strong. I'm capable. I'm smart. I have all these qualities and I appreciate that. And one of the hardest things to do is looking at yourself actually in the eyes, in the mirror, and viewing yourself up close and looking deep into your soul, basically through your eyes, and seeing who you truly are and saying, okay, I love this aspect of myself. Even if it's one of the shadow aspects of myself, that I'm not very proud of, I still love that part of myself because that's where my strength lies. That's where I feel powerful. So see if that's something that you can do. That's something that it was an exercise I learned in my life coaching school, and it is difficult. It is challenging, but you can learn a lot about yourself that way. Okay, so what else is coming up for Gemini for May? Okay, wants to seem to come out. Ideal course of action. Okay. Show your support. Let love be your beacon. Okay. These are a little bigger cards. Vulnerability. You know, it's interesting. The vulnerability is right under strength, because when I was talking about, you know, getting naked with yourself in the front of the mirror, or getting real with yourself, or seeing into your soul through the mirror, through your eyes, that is very vulnerable. It's really getting in touch with yourself at a very deep level and learning to love and appreciate yourself. And we have right next to it, let love be your beacon. You need to love and appreciate yourself. And when you can come from a place of love and appreciation for who you are and your strengths and your talents, you can see even more of your strengths and your talents. And so these inspirations that you get this month might need that energy to blossom, to take root. Because if you plan something and it's full of self-doubt, it's not going to grow into what you need. See, we have this shift your energy card right here. Whatever seeds you're planting need to be aligned, need to have that high vibration in them. And so if you're planting seeds that are full of self-doubt and self-deprecating thoughts, and these thoughts of it's not going to come to fruition because I'm not worthy and, you know, my ideas are shit, that's what's going to come to, that's what's going to grow from those seeds. You do not want that. You want these beautiful ideas full of high vibrational energy and, you know, strength and self-esteem. That's what you need. And so getting vulnerable with yourself to go through, to move through any pain that's residual from these situations here that we were first discussing, getting vulnerable and allowing pain to come through, allowing you to see yourself for who you are, even in the midst of pain and uncomfortable situations, is going to help these seeds take root and become very strong and very prosperous. Okay. Show your support. What's coming through here is during this time, it might help you to step outside and help others. So you've been locked away in your own grief, in your own situations, in your own hurts. It might help you to help others with their pain, with their healing. And that could be part of your inspiration to create something, you know, create like a platform, or create a friends group, or write something that shares your experiences, that shares your hurts, that shares your pains and how you're dealing with it, how you're moving through it. But it in turn helps others. It helps support others. That's what's coming through for this card. I know it's not exactly probably what the card means, but that's what's coming through. That's what I'm seeing. That's what my guides are saying. It's all about sharing your experiences with others, and others can learn from your experiences. And you're also supporting them. You're also supporting others by saying, this is what I've experienced. This is how I got through it. This is what I did. Hopefully it helps you. And I think it will. That's the feeling I'm getting, is that it will help others. Reach out to others who are in pain. Reach out to others who might be in the same situation with you and just share. You can even just share compassion with them. Sometimes listening to others with their sadness, with their grief, will help them in ways you can't fathom. And that's love too. That's part of this love energy that's right next to it. Showing compassion, showing love with others, and people are going to flock to you because they need that. They resonate with that, especially when they're hurting. Okay, let's see. We have ideal course of action. It's feeling like it has to do with these previous situations that you've been working through, that you've been maybe taking reprieve from. What is that? They're saying chaos. There's chaos in the mind. Distraction as well. You know, I just did Aries, and Aries had spiraling thoughts, and it feels very similar. Like your thoughts, these pains, these hurts, these things that came up that you were hiding from. Like the very first card that I drew, that may keep coming up for you this month to heal. As you work through, you're going to release and shift your energy. Getting vulnerable with yourself, that's part of it. Being able to look at yourself in the mirror and see your strengths and even accept your weaknesses. But as you're doing this, as you're going through this process, these feelings are going to keep coming up, and they're to be worked through. It's for you to work through them. It's for you to heal from them. And healing from them, you can heal from them by knowing how strong you are and realizing what you've lived through, what you've experienced is making you stronger, is making you more in tune with your energy, more in tune with your soul and who you are. It was interesting. I read something last night that our traumas don't make us stronger, that they make us more, I can't remember the exact words, but they cause us lifelong issues. And I don't align with that, because I think our traumas do make us stronger in a sense that we know ourselves better. As we experience the traumas, as we experience the heartache in these poor situations, yes, we do absolutely have emotional things that can lead to physical issues and things like that. But what makes us stronger is that learning about ourselves and that vulnerability that I talked about. Being vulnerable with ourselves, learning to see the lessons in what we experience, the lessons in the trauma, and how we can heal ourselves. And it feels like healing is a very big part of your process, Gemini. Learning how to heal yourself, learning how to heal your body physically and mentally. And it feels like for some of you, you're going through like this dark night of the soul, potentially even a Kundalini awakening, where this energy is so deep within you that whatever you're experiencing is forcing you out of your reality, the reality that has been your life, into a space where you really connect with your soul. You find out who you are on a soul level. And this energy is going to pour out of you. This is very, very powerful energy, Gemini. It's very interesting too. But it feels like you are at the point of some awakening. And you may already be awake, like spiritually awake, but this is like at an even deeper level. And it's very, very powerful. Okay. I think I am going to leave it here for now. Hopefully that wasn't too confusing. I know I was kind of bouncing all over the place. There were a lot of messages coming through for you, Gemini. But I just feel so much strength coming in for you this month. Healing and strength, opportunities to heal, opportunities to share your healing journey. And just remember, make sure, let love be your beacon. Just as this card says, lead with love. Let love fill yourself. For yourself, being able to see all of your qualities, your beautiful qualities, and the amazing person that you are. And also when you're dealing with other people, lead with love. You know, like I said, if helping others move through their pain or their traumas, share what you've done to heal yourself, or even if you're not healed and you're just on a journey to heal, share that with others, and it might inspire. It might help. Okay? If you liked my reading, please hit that like button and let me know if it resonated. In the comments below, leave a comment and let me know if it resonated. And if it made sense, or, you know, if you want to share what you're going through, please let me know. If you like my readings and would like to see more of my readings, please subscribe and hit that alert button to get alerts from when I post new readings. I am sending you so much love this month, Gemini, and I will see you back here in June.